Thanks for watching Film Buff. Really, honestly, it's fucking great.
Hello, how's it going, guys? My name is Film Buff Fireman. So I'm back for a little bit. I had a bit of a break, some time off, so I thought it'd be a good idea to come back and try to do as many episodes of the stuff I was checking out, as possible. So Attack on Titan, man, that was big. That was big on my channel, man. A lot of exposure for that. A lot of people seem to enjoy it, so I'm grateful for that. I'm glad people enjoyed it because I enjoyed it. The show is it's quite fantastic, right? So I'm happy that people enjoy my take on it. People really like these. But yeah, man. So before I go any further, I need to thank all the amazing patrons, people who stuck around, people that are still part of it, even though it's on pause. The campaign is on hold. Of course, it's, if I'm not active, then the campaign is not going to be active. But now I'm back, so the Patreon's active again. I kind of redid it. I redid Patreon. This time I'm doing early access, and the full episode reactions are still there. Now a thing on that. Now I noticed that some of the older ones got flagged. Like they're gone. They just got flagged and they got taken down. I don't know if it's because they were reported or if Google just automatically, if there's some kind of match, because this they stayed up for a long time, but now they're gone. They're flagged. So in terms of the full episode reactions, they'll be on Google. They'll be on Google Drive as long as possible, until they get flagged, I guess. I'm not sure how they're getting flagged, but, some of them got taken down. There's all of them, actually. Though I had like four of them on there, and they're all gone. They got flagged, so, I'll continue doing them on Google. So yeah, check that out. And early access. So basically, I'm doing this for all the shows on my channel. My plan is to, record a lot of stuff. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm in the middle of recording a lot of stuff, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of it to edit. So basically, by the time this episode is up on YouTube, so like right now, as you're checking this out, the next episode is gonna be on Patreon for early access. So you can do that. You can watch this and go right into the next one, and basically it's gonna be like a cycle. Anytime there's a new episode on YouTube, the next episode is gonna be available for early access. Yeah, so recap, man. The last thing, honestly, everything's still kind of fresh in my mind. Like I just kind of thought about the last few episodes. I checked out my own reaction to episode 9, just to make sure I catch up on everything in the most recent episode. So yeah, it was basically Pixis. Pixis coming to the rescue, and because they're ready to just kill them. Pixis came in, he stopped it all, and he listened to them. He listened to Eren and his side of the story, and Armin and Mikasa. And he decided that under his protection, he's gonna let Eren carry out this plan that Armin kind of came up with, right? Of removing the stones or the rocks. Yeah, and that's kind of how it ended. So yeah, let's get into it. The idol. So Eren, maybe he's the beacon of hope.
いくらなんでも川山用ですらない思いつきなのにいきなり実用するなんて。俺もそう思ったが、でもその判断をいぶかっても意味がない。ピクシス司令は今の俺たちに見えないものを見ようとしているんだろう。見えないもの？根本的な問題がある。司令はその現状を正しく認識してる。つまり敵は巨人だけじゃない。
Whoa. Is he referring to the contingent that is against, Eren and this ability? Is this what Eren was talking about? The doubters. Fair enough, though. I mean, they have reason to doubt. They don't know anything about Eren and his mysterious ability.
巨人に地上を支配される前、人類は種族や断りの違う者同士で果てのない殺し合いを続けていたと言われておる。もし人類以外の強大な敵が現れたら、人類は一丸となり争いをやめるだろうと。
Common enemy, eh?
それは随分とのんきですね。あくびが出ます。
お主もわしと同じで品性がひん曲がっておる。
その強大な敵にここまで追い詰められた今でも一つになったとは言い難い状況だと思いますので。
ああ、そろそろ一つにならんとな。戦うことも難しいじゃろうて。
エレン、無事だったか。任務に集中しろだろ。あいつめ、上官に向かってなんて態度だ。
この作戦の成功目標は破壊された扉の穴を塞ぐことである。
塞ぐって一体どうやって。
Here it comes.
穴を
gonna tell
塞
them?
ぐ手段じゃが、まず
Wait.
彼から紹介しよう。訓練兵所属エレン・イエーガーじゃ。
エレン。
彼は我々が極秘に研究してきた巨人化生態実験の成功者である。
Good cover.
彼は巨人の身体を生成し、意のままに操ることが可能である。
巨人は通常より多数の人間に反応して迫ってくるので、それを利用して大勢でおびき寄せて壁際に集めることができれば、大部分は巨人と接触せずにエレンから遠ざけることができると思います。またおびき寄せた巨人たちは後で大砲を利用して損害を出さずに倒せます。ただしエレンを無防備にするわけにもいかないので、少数精鋭の班で彼を守るべきだと思います。その確証が乏しいまま作戦を決行することにはやはり疑問を感じるのですが。
確かに根幹の部分が不確かなまま大勢を死地に向かわせることに何も感じないわけではないが、ピクセス司令の考えも理解できる。
ともう一つ、人が恐怖を原動力にして進むには限界があるわ。
Yeah.
もうここで死ねってよ。俺は降りるぞ。
俺もだ。わしが命ずる。今この場から去る者の罪を免除する。一度巨人の恐怖に屈した者は二度と巨人に立ち向かえん。巨人の恐ろしさを知った者はここから去るがいい。そしてその巨人の恐ろしさを自分の親や兄弟、愛する者に味わわせたい者もここから去るがいい。
How about that?
しかし今度はどうじゃ。このウォールローゼが破られれば人類の2割の口減らしをするだけじゃ済まんぞ。ウォールシーナの中だけでは残された人類の半分も養えん。人類が滅ぶのならそれは巨人に食い尽くされるのが原因ではない。人間同士と殺し合いで滅ぶ。我々はここより奥の壁で死んではならん。どうかここで死んでくれ。
あの巨人の力で岩を持ち上げられるかどうかはわからない。でも俺の役割は理解している。偽物かもしれないけど、それでも成功させなければならない。俺はならなきゃいけないんだ。みんなの希望に。
The idol.
人間兵器とやらは本当に機能するのですか。
よせリコ。
You can't be 100%
あなたは
sure.
敵念を抱いてるんでしょう。
Have to take the chance though.
この作戦はエレン・イエーガーという恐ろしく曖昧な根拠の上に成り立っています。もし奴が機能しなければ多くの兵が無駄に死ぬことに。
困ったな。お主らそんなに巨人に負けるのが好きか。わしは嫌いじゃぞ。 わしは負けることが何よりも嫌いじゃ。だが兄計らんや、生まれてこの方負け続けておる。わしは巨人に勝ちたい。あのデクノボーどもに何としても勝ちたいんじゃ。
それは私たちも同じです。
ならば彼にかけるしかなかろう。
Yeah.
お主らの言う恐ろしく曖昧な根拠だけが巨人に勝ちうる唯一の可能性なんじゃからな。
結局エレンに全ての責任を負わせることになった。
さっき言っただろ、お前には正解を導く力があるって。俺はそれを信じるよ。
エレン、やはり私も。
ついてくるなんて言うなよ。お前はおとり部隊に配属されたんだろ。
でもエレンを一人にはできない。一人になったらまた。
いい加減にしろ。俺はお前の弟でも子供でもねえ。そう言ったはずだ。
赤マン、お前もイエーガーを守る精鋭班に入れ。
Oh, okay, she ends up going anyways.
必要だ。行くぞ。作戦開始だ。
アナアルミ、死ぬなよ。
Don't pull an Aaron now. Don't you go die now, Armin, like Aaron did. Though he didn't die. He was just resting inside the stomach for a little bit.
エレン、体は大丈夫？エレン、
だから大丈夫だって。囲まれてた時よりだいぶマシだ。
ままごとやってんじゃないぞイエガー。
そんなつもりは。
お前みたいな甘えたガキに人類の命運をかけなきゃならんとはな。
当然兵士である以上死は覚悟の上だ。だがな、彼らは物言わぬ駒じゃない。
It's a big, big responsibility on his shoulders right now.
待て。
He's ready to accept it. You know, this is
まだだ。
this is what he wants to do. He wants to defeat them.
もう少し。
Easier said than done, though. The plan itself.
彼らの死を犬死ににさせてはいけない責任がある。何があろうとな。そのことを甘えた心に刻め。そして死ぬ気で責任を果たせ。
はい、やってやる。絶対に成功させる。
それはこれまで人類が奪われてきたものに比べれば例えようもな
Ooh,
く
that animation
小
though.
さなものかもしれん。しかしその一歩は我々人類にとっての大きな進撃になる。
人間の比率で考えればあの岩を持ち上げられるとは思えないけど、きっとエレンには私たちを導く強い力がある。
Oh shit.
エレン、
So maybe he doesn't have control just yet. Okay. So, yeah, well, you know, there's no chance it was just gonna be that simple, right? That he'll turn into Titan and then he's gonna pick the rock up and plug the hole. He, you know, he still might end up doing that, but you know, it turns out he doesn't quite have control. No, I think that means that the Titan's body, once Eren transforms into Titan, it kind of suppresses him. If you know, basically took over. So that's not Eren in control. So I'm not sure if he's, I don't know if he's like knocked out, if he blacked out, and this Titan body is in control now. Because you know, obviously he's not in control, so someone is, and it's this Titan. And the one thing the Titans love to do is kill humans, like on sight. It's like, you know, it's built into their DNA basically. Like humans just trigger them. They see humans, they want to attack them, and that's exactly what the Titan did. It attacked Mikasa, a human. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of calm him down, or how they kind of bring him out of this suppression or something, or does he just do it himself after a little bit, comes to senses? I'll have to see. Before I go to the beginning of the episode, that final scene of Pixis giving his final his speech, and they're also it's cutting back and forth, and they're showing Eren swinging in, and just the animation, it was great, and the music, and Eren just swinging through, and then that moment he kind of bites down on his hand, just a great scene, So this is a pretty clear-cut episode. Pixis, man, a major component of this episode, major player in this episode, major player in the show right now, because he's single-handedly, because he's in that position, right? He can actually make this happen. He kind of saved Eren's life and Mikasa and Armin, and he's crazy enough and fearless enough to put this plan into motion. And the moment Eren gave him the okay, like he agreed to it, right there he called on all the officers to put together a plan. And this caught all of them off guard. Armin just thought to himself, this is just like a half-assed plan. I didn't think he's actually going to put it into motion this quick. But it is a decent plan, so Armin should give himself some more credit. Yeah, man, I'm really liking Pixis more and more. He's like a no-nonsense type of guy, right? He's not going to sit around. He wants to put things into motion as quick as possible, and take action and make the big moves, the risky moves, right? And at this point, Eren and Armin are talking, and and he tells Armin that perhaps Pixis can, he can kind of anticipate things a few steps ahead, ahead of us. So he's seeing something none of us can see yet. And he also mentions another potential threat. And I believe he's referring to the doubters, right? And this kind of plays out in the next scene, because they show the crowd, below. A lot of confusion, a lot of fear, a lot of anger. People are just really confused. They at this point, a lot of questions are being asked. A lot of them are just asking questions and plans, and then next steps. And a lot of the soldiers are just scared shitless at this point. And at this point, they rather just abandon their post and go spend the rest of their precious time alongside their families. So basically fear is firmly taken hold, and a lot of them have kind of lost it. They feel like they should be back home, or they feel like they should just get away from this spot. There's a lot of young ones in there. There's some older ones that have young kids and families. But yeah, so a lot of freaking out going on down there. So before Pixis kind of addresses the whole crowd, there's this conversation, him and Eren. He brings up the fact that there used to be different species of humans. Races. So he mentioned, so he brought up this myth, this story, that before this this Titan enemy appeared, there used to be multiple races, and that they were in perpetual conflict, right? That's what humans do, right? They fight each other. And he said that if there was to be a common enemy, that it would bring humanity together, and fight that enemy together. So Armin kind of thought it was kind of stupid. I think he said he was bored or something, made him yawn. But that had me thinking. So how all the names are super European, and then there's Mikasa, right? Japanese name, and then Eren, Armin, and most of these other people have European names. So clearly, these races got cleaned out, and now the ones that are left are European. A lot of them are European. Mikasa being one of the only ones that really stands out as a non-European name. So yeah, maybe they'll touch up on that down the road. How come there's just Europeans left, and what happened to the rest? It could be just as simple as they just, I don't know, I guess they they just fell before the Europeans. It's possible. But it'd be interesting to see if this kind of leads to anything. All right, so Pixis, finally addresses the crowd. And again, doesn't beat around the bush, straight shooter, just straight up tells them the plan, the recovery plan, and tells them that Eren is going to turn into a Titan and plug that hole. And of course, people down below are just like, they're baffled. I believe Connie, there's a funny moment. Connie's just like, he's like, no, what the hell? Like, Pixis is like going crazy or something. It's a big, big bombshell to drop on these people. They don't have any proof yet. These people are out of the loop. They don't know that Eren can do this. And so to them, it's like this far-fetched, nonsensical thing that's being said by like a smart man. And his cover for Eren was that Eren has been part of this secret transformation project, and this is a result, and that Eren can transform. So they have a Titan on their side. So Armin kind of steps in again. He's just full of ideas. He's a quick thinker. He can think on his feet. But Armin did say that he of course has concerns that this is a big if, and it is a big if, because if you jump to the ending, that big if kind of blew up in their face. For now, at least, he's not in control. So that's a big if, right? All right, so down below, the panic kind of reaches, fever pitch. People are just losing their shit down there. A lot of them are just ready to, desert their positions and risk potentially being executed. And that one guy, what was his name? The crazy guy who just wouldn't listen to anything Armin had to say in the last few episodes. Just wanted to execute them because, people actually did start to run out. But in that moment, Pixis, again, bold move, straight up just tells them, you're free to go. If you're afraid, you're free to go. If you faced the Titans before and you just can't take it, can't face them again, you're free to go. But he kind of drops some harsh, reality on them. If you run now, that fear is going to get passed on to your families, right? And then a lot of them realize, they show that one guy, he realizes that's the last thing he wants. Basically he tells them they're free to go, but if you're gonna go, you're just kind of passing that fear on to your families. And I remember he told them about the mission to take back Maria a few years ago. He straight up, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He straight up told them that was basically just to get rid of unemployed people that that they just couldn't support. And he's trying to be honest. He's trying to show that he's not going to sugarcoat anything. He's going to tell them straight up, because people want answers. People down there, they need answers. They're panicking. So Pixis kind of tries to take control. He does kind of take control of the situation, and he's truthful. He's trying to bring them out of the dark, because a lot of them are just stuck in the dark. They don't know anything. They're just kind of standing there. Looking for the next order. And he straight up tells them that if humanity goes extinct, it's on them, and that they killed humans off themselves. But yeah, he's dropping the harsh reality on them that, you simply have to fight. And, the request that was made was, I ask you to die here, please. And Eren realizes at this point that even if the plan goes south, that he is kind of the beacon of hope. The idol, as the titles mentioned in the beginning, that he has to be the hope. That his presence and the knowledge that he can match the Titans might bring hope. It might give them hope. So he knows that there's a huge responsibility on his shoulders now, and he said he's ready to take it. And I believe he is. He's been dreaming of this for the longest time. His goal is just to exterminate them. So he brought in these three. I'm not sure exactly what their position was, but they're meant to be the best of the garrison unit. So the names, Ian, Rico, and I can't remember the last one, but these are meant to be the best. The best of the garrison unit. And they raise concerns about this huge if situation. that it's going to be a huge gamble, and the people that are going to die, in this operation, carrying out this operation. And Pixis knows, he knows, and Pixis turns around, he's like, oh, is that how badly you guys want to lose this? And, he tells them basically, this incredible chance, this incredible possibility might be the only chance they have to actually fight the Titans, and fight back. And Pixis, he's been around for a long time, right? So if Pixis thinks this might be the only chance, he's going to take him, and that's exactly what he does. He knows he has to take this chance because he knows everything else they've tried just kind of nothing, it just fails. So he told them this chance has to be taken, Well, Armin, he apologizes. He's like, I'm so sorry to put you in this situation. It was my plan. I gave this idea. And, Eren, he was kind of cool. He's just chill about it. He's like, no, man, I trust you. He really trusts Armin's ability. He really has a solid trust in Armin and his ability to make the right call. He's basically trusting him. He trusts Armin with his life. And yeah, fair play, because Armin's proved himself multiple times now. So Eren has this trust in him. And Mikasa, at this point, she was concerned before Eren died, now she's even more concerned, right? She's like, last time I left you, look what happened. Now she's even more concerned. And as they're kind of running to the location, Rico kind of catches up to him and reminds him of the responsibility on his shoulders, and kind of the pressure, puts the pressure on him, right? Tells him that these people, even though there's a plan to kind of bring a lot of them to one side, a lot of these people are gonna die. And she reminds them, and she gives them names, right? She gives them names of these people, and she's saying that they're not faceless pawns, that they have families. So remember that. I believe she said something like, keep that in your pampered mind. So the pressure is on, man. The huge responsibility on Eren's shoulders. And let's see how he carries it. Let's see how he carries it out, because by the end of that episode, he's not in control right now. So next episode, man, let's see. But yeah, pretty clear cut. Nothing mysterious going on. Nothing that I could pull on. I love a theory or two, but nothing in this episode really allows for theories or anything. There's really juicy episodes that give you a lot of info. I love that shit. Give me all that info so I can try to dissect it. This one was just kind of clear cut. Alright, so if you enjoyed it, please smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys thought. If you're into social media, check out the links below. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. If you like my take on things, I'm super active on Twitter. And once again, thank you so much to all the patrons. You guys are absolutely incredible. And if you are a patron, you can get access to the next episode right now as this one's ending. You can, head over to Patreon and check that one out next. And the full episode reactions. Alright, so that was the first episode back. Back into the swing of things. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Take it easy.